All right. Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome in this AM. Let me go ahead and extend the word of prayer. We give thanks for this new day. We give thanks for the opportunity, a new opportunity every day to experience the Creator. We give thanks for our lives, our health, our strength. We give thanks for our families, the resources that we have. We give thanks for our minds. We give thanks for our journeys. May this session this morning be exactly what we need to lift our spirits, to encourage our hearts. May the word that we need be channeled, the exact word that each one of us needs be channeled. And we give thanks in advance. May we be able to walk with that word in clarity and in courage. Ashe, amen. Amen. All right, we give thanks. All right, so before we go into meditation, I want to mention that it is very impactful. I was playing some music before we got started, some tones, and one of them that played was 432 hertz frequency. It's very impactful for you to work with sounds, work with frequencies, 432, 528, it's various frequencies that you can work with. And yes, we can find them on YouTube and everything, but I challenge you to invest in some instruments for your home, for your meditation space, for your sacred space, some sound bowls, some chimes, some bells, flute, invest in some instruments. You don't have to, become a professional musician or anything. Go for it, if you want to, if you feel compelled. But it's very helpful. One of the first instruments that I began to work with when I got really deep into meditation was this small little, it looked like a wooden egg, and it had like beads or something in it. It was just a little shaker. And I would carry that everywhere I went. In my car, when I'm driving. Around that time, I kind of stopped listening to music, not just like in rebellion. It's just naturally, I just began to stop really listening to a lot of music with words and things. So I was already kind of going into listening to more frequency music and just kind of tones, being more soothing. That's when my son and my nieces started calling my car the quiet car. They weren't used to getting in a car that wasn't playing anything or wasn't playing any music. But nonetheless, driving, at that time I was driving a lot, so my car became my meditation space, really. I would take time to meditate aside from the time I was in the car, but because I spent so much time in the car, I began to put things in a car that helped me to take advantage of that time and energy. And so that little egg, I would do it in different rhythms, and I noticed how it would shift my mood, and I could really vibe with it. So then I've started with like little instruments like that. It went from that to a hand, one that I held in my hand, to, the one up here that makes a different kind of sound. And then I began to use things like the bowls and the bells and the chimes. I have some chimes up here. But it's very helpful, and it's very healing. It's very healing. One of the first sound bowls that I had was a heart chakra sound bowl. I'll take that back. I had a first eye brass sound bowl that I used to use. And then I went into the crystal bowls. And so I did the heart chakra one. And when I say I held that sound bowl in front of me and lightly, gently played it and felt such a opening. It's almost like immediately I started emoting, and, tears began to flow, and I wasn't expecting it, but that really showed me the impact of sound. This is why I love using sound for myself. And also I'm grateful I'm able to incorporate sound bathing now for the ministry. And I absolutely, of course, use it for the clearings. And so just wanted to mention that it was in my spirit to say it, because it is very essential right now. I'll say it like this. I want us to be very aware that we are in a interesting, sensitive, powerful, intense, beautiful, sacred, there are almost no words on what type of time we're in right now, energetically, the space that we're in right now. And, you know, I can't help but talk about it in this manner, but sometimes I feel, you know, I want to have the perfect words, because not perfect words, but I want to be able to explain it so that we can really understand it, because I know now more and more people are into astrology and we're talking about it, and you may hear it one way, this way, over here, over here, over here. But I want us to don't get distracted, and let us not romanticize it, and let us not fantasize it of what we're experiencing right now. I want us to try to hear and be present, feel in a neutral space where we are right now energetically. And I don't have to explain to you the retrogrades, the equinoxes, the solstice, the eclipses. I don't have to explain any of that. If I challenge you to just sit with yourself and pay attention. If you could be still and sit with yourself and pay attention, I can confidently say you will see how much of a shift we're in right now. Your belief systems are being challenged. Your relationships are being challenged. Your discipline is being challenged. Most importantly, or most significantly, the relationship with yourself is being challenged. The relationship with yourself. And everything that's happening outside of you is for the support of you going within to work on that which is what's within you. So if anything outside of you is triggering you, challenging you, pushing you, whatever it is, it's for the sake of you to look at you. That's really, that's all it is. That's really all it is. Every little thing that's happening, pay attention. Every trigger that comes, pay attention. And I'm not saying it so that you can obsessively obsess over this personality, this personhood. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that as we are humans and experiencing a human experience, that these things in our human experience, the Creator is using for the sake of working with you. Because as a human, we connect with things. We connect with what we see, we connect with what we feel, we connect with what we smell, what we taste, with what we sense. We connect with those things. But they're not for the sake of you to obsess over things that has to do with your personhood. It's not for that. And oftentimes we'll get caught up in that. So we get triggered on our job and we'll say, I don't know why I just keep attracting these type of experiences. I'm such a good person. I'm I work so hard and I never bother nobody and all that. Get over yourself. Put that aside so that you can see what it is that is trying to be shown to you. Because it has nothing to do with the you perceive yourself to be. In my mind, I was going into meditation, but pardon me. If you don't mind, let me just give it, please. We'll get into meditation in a second. My desire is to start with meditation, but I have to go with the flow. I'm pardon me. I have to go with the flow. I was just sharing with someone just yesterday. I said, we are in a time where if anyone ever heard the scripture or the story that's told about the rapture, it goes something like this. You're going to get caught up to meet them in the air, or you're going to get left behind. It goes something like that. It's a little bit more dramatic and scary, the rest of the story. But I remember when I was little, I would think when I heard this rapture story, like, so we're going to be lifted up out of our homes like angels or something. Like, I wasn't being funny. I was like, oh, this is amazing. Like, I was like, wow, that's amazing, you know? So in my mind, the image I had in my mind was if we're where we're at, where we're supposed to be at with God, when the time comes for the rapture, we're going to be lifted up wherever we are to meet God in the air. But if we're not on point, we're going to get left to suffer. Why am I bringing this up? We're in the air age. We came out of an earth age. Hear me now, just hear me out. In the air age, you're being challenged to stop being so earthbound and get caught up in the air. The air element is about intuition, inner guidance, discernment. Intellect is in there, but it's intellect that is integrated with inner guidance and intuition, not intellect trying to figure out something that's outside of yourself or earthbound. It's more intellect to be able to hear, receive, understand, become wise with your inner guidance and your intuition. And if you are to do that, if you're to do that, doesn't matter what's going on earth. It doesn't matter what's happening, because you can get caught up in the air. Meet him, it, you, in the air. And so it can be wars and rumors of wars. It can be what are they saying is going on with the money, and what do they call it? A recession? Is that what the name of it is? See how much I'm not invested. Like the recession, it can be all type of things going on, transitions around you. It can be the earth could be opening up. It could be whatever is happening. But when you're caught up in the higher frequencies and what many have deemed to be in a level of enlightenment, or even let's just say peace, or let's say contentment, up here, my hands just go up here. Come on up here. If you get caught there, you'll be able to flow. The minute you start allowing yourself to attach to the things that you are seeing on this physical plane, you begin to go here. Let's just say this is neutral. This is where you're not attaching to anything, but you're also not trying to go to, you just right here. Okay. But the minute you start looking at, oh man, what they doing, okay, I'm not gonna say that because that might offend someone. But if you start to look at what's going on in the world, and now you're attaching, and so now you want to advocate for something, and you want to fight something, you want to fix something, and you want to figure something out, and you want to force something, and you want to do all of this. That's when you're going to start experiencing what in the rapture story, a hellish experience. And I am saying that I'm seeing that a lot. So much where I'm seeing people get extremely caught up with their personhood, their self, and what's going on in this world. And you're missing the opportunity to be able to experience heaven, a heavenly experience in the midst of what may seem like hell. It's deep. I'm seeing it. And what is showing up and manifesting as is mental instabilities. What is manifesting and showing up as is anger. Depression. Depression is a big one. It's happening a lot. I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing it a lot. People who have never dealt with clinical depression or anxiety are now experiencing full-blown anxiety attacks. And this is nothing, I'm not saying we don't deal with good, bad here. We don't deal with right, wrong. We're just talking about what it is. So if you are one who deal with it, one, don't go hard on yourself. How could I get here? What I thought that. Don't even go there. Don't even go there. Be in awareness, right? Seek support if needed. And the support right now is not just how to navigate through your feelings and reconcile with your feelings. It's absolutely extremely beneficial for you to link with individuals who can support you on a spiritual level, on a higher level, on a higher frequency. Whoever that may be for you. I'm grateful that therapy is becoming something that people are more open to. And I'm saying respectfully that it's helpful. I'm just put it like that, to have someone you're working with who is addressing it holistically. So if spirit ain't in there, it need to be in there. So if you are doing therapy, you need to also work with someone you trust who can support you spiritually, who can help you on the spiritual plane, who can help you to continue to establish that integration with the Creator, who can help you to really understand your relationship as a child of God, how to flow with what you're dealing with when it comes to what is being called clinical depression, or what is diagnosed as clinical depression, anxiety, how to work with that from a spiritual plane. Very essential. Because if not, you're just addressing it from an earth plane. You're just addressing it from there. And it's not going to go away. You can get some relief, and we give thanks for relief, but, and this is deeper, of course, I'm saying this is deeper than just, oh, you better go pray about it. You better, no, we're talking about real deal support that you can get from the Creator, that we know that can happen. I'm sure that's my son. Yeah, I figured. And that's what we need right now. That's what we need right now. So I don't want to tarry. Isn't that what we said in church? I don't want to tarry, but, and I don't feel, hey son, how you doing? You needed something from me? You needed something from me? I just feel compelled to encourage you this morning. This is what this is. I pray that it's coming across that way. I want us to be aware, first of all. I want us to be aware. Lord, I'm trying to be politically correct and it ain't working. Hold on. Let me just shift for a second. Gracious. All right, God. Okay. All right. Don't bridle your tongue on me. Lord, help me. Okay. I'm thinking of something right now. And it's just, I wasn't even, Lord, help me. Okay. All right. Yeah, just talk, child. Okay. There's a sneaky way we are being distracted in a way where we are developing relationships with trauma. And what we would call metaphysically enemy feelings and enemy thoughts. It's being romanticized. Hear me out. Just recently, the rapper Jeezy, Nia Long. Let me just do a little assessment right now. We got 26 people on the call right now. Put in the chat room a hand up or me if you know either one of them two. Jeezy, Nia Long. Now, this is on. Now, I'm from the South. So I know, of course, I know Jeezy, but Nia Long was extremely popular for a long time in a lot of movies. For who? For who? Who are these people popular for? Who were these people staples? What people? What group of people? I just want to be clear. What group of people? What group of people? It's almost like they playing in our face. And the they, I mean, is the entities that run this society. Let's be clear. I'm just saying that run this society. They absolutely run the media, including social media. And they're playing in our face. They're playing in our face. So there's this, I'm observing this concerted effort to create narratives around relationships, create narratives around mental health, create narratives around our emotions that it's like soothing. It's all soothsayer. Is that what they call it? Like, it's like soothing us into acceptance of foolishness. And it's soothing us into a place of being comfortable with conflict almost. That's what I'm noticing. It's this comfortable, it's almost like, well, that's just light. I don't know. It's this it's too comfortable with conflict. And Most High help me with my words. And it's intellectualizing a lot of it. So it's becoming intellectualized through social media with all the blogs and the vlogs and the commentary and the this and the that. It's talking it through, and you have people, so many have podcasts and talk shows and talk and chatter and articles and this and that. And it's all this intellectualizing these shenanigans that are relatable to a lot of people and their experiences in their lives. This is what I'm trying to say. And people who people relate to are being used to create narratives and have conversations. Root word, conversations. And so it seems like nothing, right? I even saw somebody in here I think they said, I don't follow, somebody said, I don't follow them though. You think I follow? This is why it's so, I'm trying to highlight it here. I don't talk about this stuff. Anyone who knows me, who's been rocking with me since 2018, I don't talk about it. Come on, I don't talk about none of this stuff. I'd be funny when I bring up Mystical or somebody or Mystical, because that's one of my favorite. Don't judge me. Here I Go was one of my favorite songs, okay? Relax. But I'm saying, you must know. I mean, let me see. Let me just go on. I have felt compromised even being on social media a lot. But I'm prayerful about it. And I'm there. I'm still there. Y'all know how much I struggle. Anybody who know me, I'd be like, I'm gone. I'm out. And then I'd be there. I follow 6 people. 6. And those are probably my 6 other pages. OU Marketplace, OU Botanical Garden, OU, you know, some garden stuff. It's everywhere. It's steeped in the collective consciousness. It's steeped in it. Okay. Why am I highlighting this? There's something called collective consciousness. Take note. There's something called collective consciousness. Abraham Hicks did a talk one day where she talked about this. And she said one day she was driving, they were in her bus and they were driving on this bridge, I want to say in San Francisco or somewhere. And she said, was it her? Yeah, I think it was her or maybe one of her clients, but they were driving on the bridge and she felt the shift in her energy and in her thoughts and her emotions when she drove over that bridge, and it was noticeable. And so it started to be a case where she didn't want to go on this bridge because it invoked fear or some feeling she was feeling that she don't know why this was happening. But she found out that there were something, it was either earthquake or something happened that was drastic that created the collective consciousness in that area of that feeling she was feeling. And so she didn't know nothing about what had happened. This person, either it was Abraham Hicks or a client. It was Abraham Hicks or a client, right, who was telling her about it, right? I love that we all be binging Abraham. We know all the same stories. But, and it was explained to her that because of the collective consciousness, you began to feel the same feeling. This is what I'm trying to talk about here. This is what I'm being led to speak about right now. And so what I'm saying is, you could not be, I'm venturing to say that most everybody, if not everybody on here, you probably don't watch regular news every day. You most likely don't, be into all type of stuff or what. I'm sure. Like attract like, right? We're impacted by the collective consciousness. But although we could be subjected to it, if we practice our practices, we're fine. You're okay. But when you start to slack a little too much, you finding yourself not doing your meditation time, your devotion time every day. You are, running into the day and you just going, and you're not taking any time to like step back. You are not taking care of your body. You're eating stuff you shouldn't be eating. You're eating low vibrational foods. You're not taking care of your body. You're not taking care of your heart. You're not taking care of your mind. Then what happens? You become subjected. So what I pray that this conversation helps us to at least think about. How am I keeping myself, this personhood, this vessel, in alignment, in a high vibrational place? How am I being a cooperative component in this beautiful journey that's already taken care of? But the one job we got, we got one job. I can say it in a few ways. One way I can say it is keep your vibes high. Stay on a high frequency. And that could be a lot sometimes. That could take some meditation every day, all day. Depends on what environment you in, depends on what you got going on in your life. This is why a lot of spiritual teachers say, simplify, 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 simplify your life. Simplify, simplify, simplify. Don't have so many things you want to do, this and that, and simplify your life. That could take you being a little bit more disciplined with your tongue, being a little bit more disciplined with your time, being a little bit more disciplined with your relationships, right? Only you know. You have to sit with yourself. You can be inspired by other people's walk, by other people, the way they do their thing, but you got to be led on what's your thing. What's your practice? Somebody over here, you can look, especially social media have you thinking you got to be, anyway, but you can look at somebody and go, man, I need to meditate like them. I need to know. You need to figure out what is your practice, and you need to do what you should be doing. Whether that's meditation, qigong, walking in nature every day. And sometimes it changes. In some seasons, it changes. Some seasons, you're not going to do a devotion time every morning, but you're being called to go in the nature for 2 hours. We're not going to put a time on it. You go into nature every day. I remember there was a time where Spirit was like, I want you hiking daily. It's raining outside. If you don't get your tail up and go out to that trail. Spirit was on me one time about juicing. I didn't do that. I mean, it helped with the looks and all of that stuff, but it was on my spirit about it. I want you drinking life. I want you to be indulgent. It wasn't just juicing I was doing. Spirit was on me about connecting with life force energy. That's what was in my head. How in every way that you can connect to life force energy, this is what I want you to be doing right now. So if that means juicing, if that means going and putting your feet on the ground, if that means hugging trees, if that means planting, gardening, if that means hugs. I remember I told my son, I said, I'm just letting you know right now, I'm gonna be hugging you a little bit, Bo. I'm all right. Don't feel like I'm, he was like, oh, everything all right. I'm fine. But I'm going to be asking you for some heart-to-heart hugs. At that time, if you remember, if some people maybe remember, I was thinking about getting a pet because I had done some research and they said the pets, When I was researching, like, things that life force energy, they said pets are a great way to be able to incorporate life force energy in your life. If you don't have like a companion that you hug on a lot. But that was being led by spirit. That may not be your journey, but you got to pay attention to what is spirit calling you to do right now for your journey right now. I pray that makes sense. So I'm challenging you to pay attention to what spirit is leading you to do to keep you in alignment, to keep you high vibratory, to keep you hand in hand with the creator. Because it's a lot of sneaky ways that we are being soothed into a hellish experience. Food is being advertised on a high right now, like just food. That's all I'm seeing, just food, liquor, drinking, all of these things are, and I don't go against any of it. I'm just saying, we know the things that don't give us life force energy. Let's be clear. I'm not one that is trying to get y'all into a life of like just straight up, boredom. You know me, I want y'all to have some fun. I want us to live life. But we got to challenge what we look at as living life. Why is it that when we get on a journey of living more healthfully, we feel restricted? We got to challenge that about that. I don't want to always feel restricted. I don't want to feel like I'm not asking you to go on a diet. I'm asking you to go on a liberty plan. I don't even push diets. I push liberty plans. In the liberty plan, you're going to indulge in life force energy. And life force energy, if let's just be honest, is not in fried foods. It's not in highly processed foods. It's not in liquor. It's not in it. And I'm not want to go against herb too much, the herb. But let's be clear. You kind of got to travel out the country to get the good natural, the herb, unless you know a plug. Lord help me. I sound real hood right now, but I'm just saying, I'm just being real. Let's just be honest here. I just always want to be real. So pardon me if if I'm coming off any kind of way that you don't feel is appropriate. I don't know, but can we be honest? Let's be honest here. I like to just be honest so that we can maybe figure this thing out. If it's something that you indulge in, how can you make sure whatever it is you're indulging in is on a higher vibratory frequency? Because you're going to be in the couch all the time. If your appetite is for something that is not giving life. Just saying, if you like that glass of wine, you need to figure out why you like it, and then figure out something that is of a high vibrational frequency than that garbage wine that you get out the store. I ain't gonna apologize about that. And you need to pay the dollar for it. I could get that for $9.99. You can't get that for $9.99. You like to drink wine? Try some herbal tonics from that the Guyanese or the islanders. These people make. Go to the island markets, the different markets, and search it out. The people who make natural herbal mixtures, they call it tonics. They call it tonics because it is tonics. And then you look at the ingredients and it's herbs. If we could, I wish we could stop trying to be so proper and be honest. That's what I'm trying to be right now. Honest. If we could all just immediately cut out all the things that's robbing us of our life. Okay, I wish we could click our heels and do that. But in my experience, as a human, and in my experience as a coach who has supported people on their journeys, You got to be honest and just do the best that you can. But let's do that. Because listen, this conversation is being had. I'm being pushed to have this conversation for a reason. I give thanks for it. But I'm saying that there are subtle ways that we are being drawn into vortexes of energy that are likened to the ugly side of the rapture. And if we're not careful, we're going to look up one day and ask ourselves, how in the world did I end up in hell? And I'm saying the way that you can be a cooperative component on this journey is to do the best that you can to vibe high. And that's not an intellectual thing. That's not something you can affirm your way into. That's not something that you can just talk yourself into. That helps, but that's something that you have to sit with yourself. Listen to your inner guidance system that is always telling you what you need to move away from and what you need to move to. It's always telling you that. It's always. You don't need a reading for it. It helps. You don't need coaching for it. It helps. But I'm telling you, your inner guidance system is telling you right now, what it is that you need to move away from. So you have to choose whether you're going to let that ego win and get you to keep on. And listen, it could be tough. Okay, toughen up. You tough, right? Let go. You ain't here for no, you rocking with me. I know you tough. You tough. It could be tough. Okay. It's okay if it's tough. And you could lose the fight. Some days, some weeks, some months. But that's okay. Keep on striving. Keep on saying, man, I'm gonna move away from this. Man, you can just don't let the self-sabotage voices win. Don't let the self-criticism win. Don't let it win. In that moment, smack your hand, get on yourself a bit, but then, all right, pick yourself up. Do better next day. Do better next hour. Do better next minute. You might be angry and be the one that definitely will cuss somebody out and definitely will smack somebody or something, whatever. And you may be trying to move away from that so that you can tune into the frequency of harmony and peace in your life. And you could be doing good. And then you could not be. And that's okay. That is quite all right. How long are you going to stay there? Are you finding yourself doing it every day? Are you finding yourself doing it every hour? Okay, we need to pay attention to that. Now let's move to some harmony. Let's move to some peace. What are you going to do about it? How you going to shift? That is the journey. That's the journey right there. So I want to close by saying, as you continue to allow the Most High to work with you, to purify you, to clear you up, clean you out, to lift you up, as you continue to allow that to happen, keep your attitude at gratitude. I'm going to say this in two ways. Don't be hard on yourself and also get over yourself. Because being hard on yourself is you need to get over yourself. Like it's not even a self like that to be so hard on. So like, don't be so hard on yourself. Relax. It's a journey. And you have an earnest heart. You are earnest with your desire to lift yourself up and be better. That's earnesty. And with the earnest heart and grace, between the earnest heart and grace, baby, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You're going to heal. The anger that you feel, it's going to shift. It's going to lift. It is going to lift. While it hasn't lifted, be easy on yourself. Be mad. Be mad. But keep doing what you're doing. Don't be discouraged. Oh, I thought that I lifted it. No, okay. You ain't no bad person because you mad. You have a reason to be mad. You were violated. We love to be loved. How can you not be mad at somebody who ain't love you like you felt like they were supposed to love you? But that's okay. Because when you really connect with that love of the Almighty, the anger is going to go. It's going to let up. I bear witness. I talk like this because I bear witness. I have been blood boiling angry. And I couldn't shake it. So much so, it showed up in my body. It showed up in my relationships. It showed up in my money. It showed up everywhere. I was a fighter. And you couldn't talk me down. There was a time where I blanked out. I saw red. That's it. And I give thanks for grace that none of them times sent me or just totally ripped the relationship to no recovery. Keep at it. Keep praying. Keep breathing. Keep crying. Keep going to the water. Oh my God. I probably poured every ounce of honey in Georgia in the water one year. Lord, please sweeten my life, sweeten my heart, sweeten my tongue. Let me link with love. I pray every day, God, please may my mouth, may my tongue be soft. May I be gentle. May I see people and love people. May I be able to forgive. May I be able to let go. Vacuum this anger out of my heart. Vacuum this sadness out of my heart. Remove this disgust from my energy. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. I'm gonna always talk about raising your vibration. Come on, affirm it out, all this type of stuff, but I want you to know it's okay. It's okay to be sad, but keep at it. Keep at it. Don't let up. Keep moving towards love. Keep moving towards peace. Keep moving towards forgiveness. Keep around people who you see love in. Stay around the people and the places who gonna love on you. Remove yourself from people who want to be a punisher to you, who want to look down on you, who want to remind you of the old you, who want to move away from those people. You don't deserve punishment. You're not a bad person. It was a part of your journey for you to learn, for you to expand, for you to grow. That's what all of it is. The toughness we have, the tussles we have with our family, the tussles we have with our relationships, the tussles, it's all for the sake of you to see something, for you to grow, for you to expand. So, hear me out. You have a tough relationship with mama. You have a tough relationship with Baba. You have a tough relationship with your spouse. You have a tough relationship with your children. Usually the lesson is compassion, Usually the lesson is forgiveness. And let me tell you, oftentimes it's because you need to learn compassion for yourself. You got to learn forgiveness for yourself. Usually the lesson is patience. Usually the lesson is love. That's usually the lesson. And it's maybe 100% for you. When I was able to forgive my parents, it helped me to be able to compassionate enough to forgive myself. Forgive me to let go of the anger and the disappointment I had with my parents. So in turn, I was able to let go of the stuff that I was holding on to. Let go of the me. Let go of this thing I think is me. The pity, all of these things that subtly we hold on to. Woe is me's, why my life was like that, and I wish I had more. And we are able, the purpose of that is not so you can really feel better. That's going to happen by default. But the purpose of it is so you can really get in a space where you can really get to know God. You can't really develop a strong relationship with the Creator when you're holding on to these things of this human experience. You can't do it. So many times in the Bible, you see, go up to the mountain, take off your shoes, walk over, it's like, it's saying, remove yourself from all of that. So the connection with what you're experiencing with your parents, that's a layer, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Because on a deeper level, you're experiencing it with yourself. So it's layers of healing that has to happen. Layers of peeling away that has to happen. So get the support you need, get the love you need to push past, be able to push past that. Because the next level is to heal yourself, to love on yourself. And then the next level is to love God. Because that becomes no you. There is no self like that. And then the next level, oh my God, it's just an emptiness. It's a bliss. It's a flow. It's a float. You still may experience things in life, but you will find yourself flowing and floating through it much more. It's worth it. So we already know we don't have time for the distractions of this world. But there's a need for you to be aware and then do the things you need to do to not be impacted by this collective energy so that you can be able to address the things that have been put in your journey in a sober, empty way so that you can learn and you can expand and you can grow for yourself within yourself, and so that you can continue to develop that relationship with the Creator. And as you develop that relationship with the Creator, now you walk as the Creator. That's a pure vessel for the will of the Almighty in your life. So now people can see God through you. People can experience God through you. And you don't have nothing to do with it. So you will never experience their excitement to be around you, excitement to know you, excitement as something of you. You know it's God. So the glory of God is just tripled and it's just magnified. And that's the purpose of our life. It's for God to be glorified through us, as us. So do what you need to do to keep your vibes high and not be impacted by this collective energy. Do what you need to do to allow yourself to flow through all of these circumstances and situations that you have found yourself in from the will of God. It's just your cards that you was dealt, baby. It's what it is. It's in your natal chart. It's in your journey. It is what it is. Do the work you need to do to be okay with that, not to hold on to it. People be mad at their natal chart. Like, what you want me to do about it? I don't know. The stars and the sun and the moon was lying how they was lying. What you want me to do? You're going to have to fall in love with it, baby. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. Get over the right, wrong, and all of that. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Okay, let's just see what it is and be okay with it. Now let's flow through that. Now, when we're able to forgive, let go, completely let go, when we're able to forgive, when we're able to love, when we're able to find harmony, when we're able to be at peace, now you can shine your light and you will see how you had that beautiful, glorious purpose of being the light that shines, that heals this way. It goes out like this. It goes out like this. And you go, wow, I just never knew that this would happen and that would happen. I would impact this. It's just start happening that way. And then you're not in you like that. So you just kind of sitting with it. You just kind of allowing it. You just kind of vibing with it. And then you keep growing, that light keep growing, and you just keep growing, and you just keep flowing, and you begin to live a magical experience. I give thanks for grace. I give thanks for my life. I give thanks for the calling. I give thanks for the goal. I give thanks for everything. I give thanks for it all. I give thanks for every single thing that has unfolded in my life. I give thanks for this present moment of awareness and stillness and presence and peace. I give thanks for the courage to let go of the wheel. I give thanks for the peace, the harmony. I give thanks for the breath. I give thanks for the like-minded individuals in my life, my village. I give thanks for my vortex. I speak it for all of us to be at peace. May we all continue to heal. I speak that we are able to allow things to be revealed to us in our lives and trust that as in the moment, before the moment and after the moment that it is revealed to us, it is already being healed. It is already calibrating for your peace. The dots are connecting, the things are clearing, the gates are being opened and lifted, the chains are being broken right now, right now, right now. No need to ask for it. No need to hope for it. It's being done now, trust it. It's being done now. The healing is being done. The expansion is being done. It's being done right now. May we allow it. May we say to ourselves, my body is healing. My relationships are healing. Everything is working out in my favor. Everything is connecting. Everything is merging. Thank you, God, for awareness. Thank you, God, for presence. Thank you. I pray that we are able to be present in the presence always, no matter what we experience. May we be present in the presence of the Creator, which is the Almighty, mighty, not just powerful, but mighty. It knows everything that's needed for us to heal and grow. Just as the soil is created to allow that seed to germinate. As sure as the sun rises and the moon has its phases, we are the children of God. And so our birthrights are peace, harmony, wellness, wealth, flow, presence, and we give thanks. Amen. Ashe. All right. I give thanks for the word this AM. I desire for us to hold the vibration. Take what you have heard today that has resonated with you and meditate on that for the day. Soon as we come off, get your journal and write down what resonated with you. Do it. That's your assignment. Do it. Pick up a piece of paper, get a journal. I don't care if you get a piece of tissue and a pen. Write it down. And then before the end of this day, I need you to write down the affirmations that are connected, that come up in your spirit to support you. The affirmations you need for your journey right now. The prayers you need for your journey right now. If you scriptures float your boat, the scriptures you need for your journey. This is your assignment today. What you need for your journey. What is Spirit telling you that you need for your journey? Get it. Hear it. Receive it. Receive it and move in that direction. I pray this assignment is received with an open heart. I pray that we're able to move in awareness. You heard what you heard. I said what I said. You heard what you heard. I'm talking to myself too. I'm going to write. Then don't just be hearers of the word, but be doers. Okay? It's worth it. I'm going to go ahead and close. I appreciate love you for tuning in today and holding on for the entire time. Give thanks. If you heard something that you feel resonated with you that you want to share when this is uploaded on YouTube, please do share. Also, if you feel like showing your love and supporting this ministry, you may do so at that same link that you tuned in. There are a few ways that you can support. You can show your love. You can give your love offerings at that place. I give thanks for those who have chosen OU Ministries to share your love offerings and tithing with. Give thanks. It is the support of the ministry. I give thanks. And also, if you're in Atlanta, we got some beautiful days right now. Okay, let's be clear. Before winter hit us, you know how it be smacking us and we have to go and get our big old coats. So get yourself out to this garden. It is absolutely beautiful out here. I just got it landscaped. So it is really nice, for a few weeks after it's landscaped, I'll be really vibing out. It's like, that's my office outside. That's my room outside. That's the den outside. So it's really nice out. So come and vibe out today here at the garden. That would be beautiful to see you come out. And then also just know if you're getting ready for a whole lot of eating and cooking, we have fresh produce here. So we would love you to support the garden by purchasing your produce from here. We got all the collards you need. We also got other things, kale and mustards and sage and dill and fennel and basil and all type of other herbs and other veggies. So you can come out and support the garden as well. All right. So give thanks for tuning in. Thank you so much for your continued support. Keep me in your prayers as I always genuinely keep you in mind. Ashe. Amen. Give thanks. Ashe.